Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do a get ready with me playing with some new makeup. I picked up some of the Pat McGrath blushes, as well as I have some kind of new to me makeup that didn't just launch but is new to me. I'm going to be using the Surratt Beauty Perfectionist Concealer Palette. I pulled out the Hollywood Flawless Filter. I'm going to give that a little bit of love today, as well as creating just a quick and easy one and done eye. So if you're interested in seeing how I got this look using some new makeup and new to me makeup, then let's go ahead and get started. Okay, we're going to put makeup on this face. So I am going to start with the Hollywood Flawless Filter, and this is in shade 2. Kind of want to give myself a little glowy base, and I am going to put some underneath my eyes, kind of brighten up and pretend that I've had some good sleep. And we're kind of just going to use a little bit of this with concealer today. So a little bit different technique. And this technique is from my friend Jenny, who has said she's fallen back in love with the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. And I actually have two of these. I have one in shade 2 and one in shade 3. And it's funny how you forget about things that you really like. So I'm going to go ahead and buff this into the skin. Okay, we've created a little glowy base, and I remember when I first bought this Hollywood Flawless Filter, I was like, I'm not exactly sure how to use this. Is this just a highlighter? Do you use it all over your face? I wasn't quite sure. It says it's a multi-purpose product, and it really is. And it really does give you such a pretty kind of glow on the skin. So I was just going to kind of keep the base like this and then spot correct and use the Surratt. And this is the Perfectionist Concealing Palette. Now, many of you guys have told me this is an amazing concealer palette, and I finally picked this up. And again, you guys, concealer is not always my favorite thing to use, but I have found myself kind of using products like this and then using concealer as we are shifting into the kind of summer months. So with this concealer, you have sort of a lighter color correcting kind of concealer, kind of an all over shade, and then this is a powder that you're going to use to set it. So this literally can be used all over your face, and I'm going to start by putting a little bit of this color here, teeny bit of a lighter shade underneath my eyes, and I'm actually using the Rare Beauty. This is her concealer brush, and I'm just going to start kind of concealing a bit on the skin. So this has a creamy consistency here. A little goes a long way, but this will cancel out any kind of redness and brighten up underneath the eye. Then I'm going to use this shade, and I'm basically going to spot correct and use this on my skin. So I'm going to kind of do just a little bit down on my nose. Take away a little bit of the redness on my cheeks. And then I'm just going to kind of buff that into the skin. Okay guys, we have kind of spot corrected. We used a glowy base with the Hollywood Flawless filter, and then I've come in and sort of concealed and highlighted the skin with the Surratt concealer, and then this pink powder down here is going to set the makeup or set the concealer. And you guys, this feels very light in texture. It doesn't feel heavy or cakey. It is a little bit more waxy, like it needs the heat from your finger to kind of heat it up and kind of mesh into the skin, but then it creates sort of a really natural kind of skin-like look. So we're kind of going for that. So I'm going to just come in here and take a little bit of this powder, and this is super brightening, and I am just going to set the concealer in place. Okay, after I put on complexion, then I was asked if I would use my Wayne Goss. This is the Radiance Boosting Face Palette, and this one is in Satin Bronze. And I'm going to come into this shade here. I just go light on this. We're going to warm up the skin, kind of sculpt out a little bit of cheekbones here, and warm up the skin a bit. Then I take just a little bit of this kind of bronzer over here, and I'm going to top that on the top. Give myself a nice all over glow. I'm going to take a big fluffy brush real quick and just kind of blend all of this in. My fake tan here. I want to make sure it doesn't look too fake. Then we're going to do a quick easy eye today. I'm first going to come into this taupey shade here, and I'm just going to create a little crease before we do a single shadow today. So I am just going to come in here, you guys. We're going to create a little bit of shadow on that eye. And I love that taupe shade because it's not over the top. It's just going to add a little depth to the eyes. And then what I will do is go into a single kind of one and done shadow. And this one is actually in hematite. And it's kind of a beautiful taupey mauve kind of smoky color. And it's just so pretty and easy on the eye. So I will use my finger. And then as you can see, it's a beautiful taupe, but it's got that gorgeous kind of mauve in it as well. So I will tap a little bit of this on my eye to start, and then we will blend it in. So that just creates like a nice little taupey wash on the eyes. Then I'm going to line my eyes with the Chantecaille. This is the Luster Glide eyeliner, and this one is in Amethyst. And this is the shade Hematite, and then the liner in Amethyst. Okay, we've intensified the eyes with a little amethyst eyeliner, and then I'm going to clean up my brows, and I have a new thing that I'm in love with, and that is the Chantecaille It is the Full Brow Perfection Gel and Tint. And I literally just take a little bit of this. It hits a brush just like this. And I will just run this through my brows. Keep them in place, but give them a nice little tint as well. Then I'm going to test a new mascara. I got a sample of the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Pillow Talk Push Up Lashes. And I thought we'd go ahead and try that. So the brush on the push up is going to be a little bit different than I'm used to. So it's kind of a little flatter. It looks like you can kind of really coat those lashes, and it claims that this has a 24-hour lift effect, that it's going to volumize my lashes as well as magnify them and lengthen them. So we're going to give this a try today. And again, I don't want to see if you can see. It's like kind of flat on one side, and then on the other side here, it's got the little bristles. So I'm going to go as close as I can to the base, and I'm going to really wiggle this through my lashes. Just a quick little cameo. My son is home and I'm so happy. And he just got back. Tell him where you rode to.
I climbed up Council Crest and then went around to the Oregon Zoo and then back over to Northeast.
How many miles is that?
It's 21.
Yeah.
It was 2,000 feet of elevation gain.
Thank you. Okay, guys, these are the push-up lashes, and I definitely feel like it gave a little lifted look, and they definitely lengthen the eyes. Just having a little fun playing with some new mascara. So if you have tried the Charlotte Tilbury, the push-up lashes, and you love it, let me know. Would love to hear kind of what it's like in the full tube, because sometimes when you're holding these guys just like that, it's a little different than when you actually have the full-on brush. Okay, let's get to the fun blush part. I'm a little behind, guys, on videos. I have my son in town and my daughter graduated from high school, so we have been doing lots of social events. I'm kind of out of practice. But I did pick up 3 of the Pat McGrath blushes, and I picked them up in Nude Venus, such a pretty blush. I got Love Struck. I know it's bright, you guys, but it's kind of a fun, beautiful pink. And then, of course, I picked up Divine Rose. And here is a swatch of the 3 blushes that I picked up. Love Struck is definitely that bright pink, but so much fun. Nude Venus, perfect neutral kind of blush. And then Divine Rose is, again, just what you would think of it. Definitely a perfect kind of rose shade. So for today's purposes, we're going to use a little bit of Divine Rose, because the 2 that I've been using the most have been Nude Venus and Divine Rose. And then we'll put a little bit of a splash of color on the apples of the cheeks with Love Struck. It's kind of a fun poppy kind of pink. So I'm going to start with this Divine Rose, and we're just going to put that on most of the cheeks here. And here is the shade Divine Rose. Basically your perfect little rose blush. So pretty and pretty universal for all skin types. I really do like the formula of these blushes. They glide on like butter. They stay on all day. The longevity of these blushes is amazing. For fun, we're going to pop on a little bit of Love Struck. And yes, this is a bright kind of fuchsia, but I will just use a tad right in the apples of my cheeks. And it'll kind of make me look a little flush. Don't worry, we're going to blend everything in. But just wanted to give you a little idea. Okay, we've got the Pat McGrath blush going on, kind of blended that in a little bit, but these blushes are super pretty. They are silky, they stay on all day, and I've really been enjoying the ones that I picked up. So we will continue to play with those blushes, but those were the colors that I picked out, and the two that I've been wearing the most are Nude Venus and the Divine Rose. So no brainer there, but I do love that Love Struck. I just wanted to get something a little more fun, a little more colorful for those days when I want a little pop of color. Okay, then we are going to end with a little lip combo here from Charlotte Tilbury, and this is the classic Pillow Talk lip liner, then her Happy Kiss lip crystals. These are just so moisturizing and kind of perfect for summer. So I'm just going to quickly line my lips. Put on Happy Kiss. And here's the combo. This is Classic Pillow Talk with Happy Kiss. I am going to set my face with the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray here. And then we'll finish off with fragrance of the day. And today it is a sweet morphine day. This is from Ex Nihilo, and sweet morphine is just a super happy, kind of clean fragrance. It has a fantastic sort of clean shampoo feel to it, but I say this in a good way. Personally love the smell of good shampoo. Favorite little entree into fragrance originally, like from way back when. I think we all kind of picked a shampoo that we loved because we liked the smell of it. And this one, oh God, I love this. And this is another one of these fragrances that is right up my alley. This is going to be a woody kind of vanilla scent, but it's also got some lush florals. So the florals are just tempered with a little bit of that woody vanilla base, which I personally love, but the florals in here are definitely dominant. I always keep on coming back to this kind of like super yummy shampoo kind of smell. There is a freshness and a cleanness about this fragrance, so it's not like your typical kind of rich woody vanilla. This is definitely has a fresh element to it, a clean feeling, like if you came out of the shower and you just used a really good smelling shampoo. This is what I would kind of describe this perfume as. It's definitely got that kind of element where you're wanting to smell your wrist. There's some fragrances that I call sort of more skin scents that you can enjoy close to your body. This one's going to have a little bit of heft to it. Definitely going to have like a little cloud around you of the sweet morphine, and you will have that addictive, like I keep on wanting to smell my wrist because it smells so good. This is also a lilac fragrance, which I don't have a ton of those lilac kind of fragrances. So it includes lilac, iris, which I love iris scents, wood accord, and vanilla. So the notes here are sort of simplistic, but this fragrance is far from being simplistic. To me, it's got this super fun element to it because it's going to have this kind of fresh, kind of clean feel to it, but then in the base, as it dries down, it's going to kind of have that full body woody vanilla scent. So it really does So I definitely can smell those deep woods. I definitely smell this really beautiful, high quality kind of vanilla in here, but those florals are very lush. So the combination of sort of a freshy, clean shampoo, but definitely on the florally kind of shampoo, and then with that woody vanilla in there, it's just a beautiful combination. And then lilac and iris is just a really pretty kind of combination that I don't have a lot of in my collection. So sweet morphine is going to be when I want to grab something that's going to have a little bit more oomph to it, a little bit of heft to it. I don't want just kind of the day-to-day easy kind of scent. I want something that's going to make me smell freaking good, but that's going to have a little bit more of that kind of tantalizing, addictive nature to it. And that is what sweet morphine kind of creates for me. So absolutely love this one, you guys. It's a beautiful lilac iris fragrance with some deep woods and a layer of vanilla. So if all of that sounds good to you, I would definitely check out this Sweet Morphine by Ex Nihilo. Beautiful brand. They have lots of fragrances that I love, and this is one of my faves. Okay guys, this is my final look of the day. So excited to be back filming. I've got more fun stuff coming up, including a video with both my kiddos. So stay tuned for that, and I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your week, and I'll be back with another video soon.